Yo, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to tell you the story about the time that I almost got arrested for flying my drone. If you guys are a longtime viewer of this channel, you might remember I tried to tell the story a couple years ago, but I had my first apartment and it was an absolute shitty setup, and that's why I'm going to try to refilm this video today, because back then I had a shitty mic. I had like a lav mic that was connected to my shirt, and then I had a shitty white backdrop, and I was sitting in like a brown office chair, which was absolutely hideous. So we have a way better setup today. I have my studio and we have a way better microphone. So today that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys the story. So it was about 5 years ago now that this story took place, and so it took place around 2020, the year 2020. So what happened was I was going on a trip, and honestly, I don't really exactly remember where I was going at this time, but I was going on my trip, right? And usually when I go on my adventures or my little photography trips, I like to set a destination, but if I see something on the side of the road, you guys, that I like, I'm gonna pull over and take pictures of it. I'm sure if you're a photographer, you kind of know the feeling of not only taking pictures of the one spot. If you see something else, you're gonna get out and take a photo of it. So that's what I did. So I think I got to like my main area where I was going to take pictures from, and this whole story took place on the way home. So on my way home, I remember that I stopped at this beautiful golf course that I was driving by, and I'll put a picture up right now. It was absolutely beautiful. There's like this little castle looking thing on like this water and the reflection. It was absolutely perfect. So after the golf course, I started heading back home. And while I was driving down the highway, and I seen this huge structure in the distance. So I'm gonna show you guys some examples. So I was driving on the highway and I seen this huge structure in the distance. I'm over here, and then here's a meridian, and then I'm seeing this huge structure in the distance. And I get all excited. I was like, oh boy, what is that? So immediately I pull out my maps and I drop a pin on this huge building, this structure, whatever. And I drop a pin and I start heading towards this building, right? So when I get to this building, I just an open road, and I pull into this huge open parking lot, right? And all of a sudden, I see that this huge open parking lot has barbed wire surrounding everywhere. It's on the gates, it's everywhere. And I know what you're thinking, and we're not going to jump to conclusions yet, but I was completely oblivious to where I was at the time. So I get out of my car in this parking lot, and I start flying my drone around, right? I'm just flying my drone around. I'm in awe. I don't know what this building was. In my head at the time, I thought that this place was like some historical building. I thought they had some like top secret whatever there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was being an idiot. So I'm flying my drone around, or for like 5 or 10 minutes, right? I'm flying my drone around in this parking lot, getting some photos of this structure, okay? Now, about 5 or 10 minutes later, I see this black truck coming around the corner, right? And he's just kind of creeping up on me. And I was like, bro, what is this guy doing? Like, he's being mad weird. Like, who is this? Like, what is this guy doing? So, this guy in this black truck pulls up to me, and he gets out, and he's like, hey, man. He's like, what you doing? I was like, oh, I'm flying my drone. He's like, you're flying a drone? I was like, yeah. He's like, do you even know where you're at? I was like, no. He's like, dude, you're flying a drone at a prison. I was like, oh shit. He's like, yeah. He's like, dude, I need you to land that drone immediately, like right now. I was like, okay. At this point, I'm shaking right now. I was like, holy shit. It didn't even come across my mind that this place was a prison. And when I pulled in and I saw the barbed wire, you guys, it should have immediately clicked that this was a prison. And I was so out of it that I didn't even think that it was a prison. So the guy has me land my drone, and immediately he starts asking me questions left and right. Who are you? What are you doing here? I need to see your ID. I need to see all your information. And he just starts like interrogating me right on the spot. I was like, yes, sir. Like, I'll show you anything you need to see. Like, I'm completely complying with you. Like, I didn't even know. I thought this was some, like, crazy building. And the whole time we're talking, this guy's, like, on a walkie-talkie just, like, talking to other officers in the prison. And so, I'm gonna show you guys some more of these little graphics here, but I gotta draw some more out. But so he's like, I need to see your ID. He just, I need to see your insurance for this car. I need to see your registration. He just starts asking me all these questions, getting all this information out of me. So I pull up my ID. I show him my ID. I take out my registration for my car insurance, all that fun stuff. And I'm showing this all this stuff. And then he's like, yo, I need to search your car. I was like, okay. And at the time in my car, I only had like my camera bag and then my drone case in the trunk. So it was completely empty other than those two items. So he had also, I forgot to mention, at this time, before he had me do that, he had to like pat me down and like search my pockets and stuff. He's like, yo, I need to have you take everything out of your pockets. He wanted to make sure that I wasn't there for any wrong reasons. Like I wasn't trying to contact anybody in the prison. And at one point he like looked up and he was like, you see those windows up there? And I was like, yeah. He's like, there's prisoners looking at you right now. I was like, oh shit. So at this point, I'm in like complete shock. This guy is like for the real deal. Like he's not joking around. And at this point, like I know like this is no joke. And I wasn't being like silly or anything. Like I was as serious as he was. And so I was doing everything he asked. I gave him all my information and stuff. And after everything was done and over and he had looked through all my information, he like was still talking to some radio guys in the prison, whatever. And he's like, I could arrest you right now. He's like, but I'm not going to. And I did forget to mention, after he made me land my drone, like almost immediately when the drone hit the ground, he's like, yo, I need you to delete these files, all of them. He's like, I need you to delete all these pictures right now. He's like, you can't have these. I was like, okay, I will. And so he's like, if I see any of these on the internet or social media, he's like, we will arrest you. I was like, okay. So I deleted them. I do not have access to those pictures at this point. They are all gone. Like no data is still there. It's all removed from my drone and the archives. Like everything's gone. So after everything is done, this guy is letting me go. And he's like, okay, man, I'm going to watch you leave this parking lot and I'm going to watch you drive down the road. He's like, never, ever come back here. I was like, okay. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I didn't really know where I was at because I was coming home and I just had hit the GPS to go home. So I really didn't know where I was at. And I was like 2.5 hours away from home. So at this point, I get back in my car and I drive off and the guy's watching me leave the parking lot and that's that. So I start heading home and the entire car ride home, I was completely silent. No music, didn't call anybody, didn't tell anybody, just silent. And I was such in shock. I had no words. I felt numb. And honestly, you guys, that was probably the craziest story I ever have of me flying my drone. Since we are on the topic of drones from my last video, I thought I would refilm this because it'd be funny to tell the story in a better way. But yeah, guys, that was the time that I almost got arrested for flying my drone. So I guess the key takeaway from this is definitely do your research before you go flying your drone over any crazy looking building because you never know what it might be and it might actually be a prison. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely take some key components away from this video and don't fly your drone over a prison. I hope you guys enjoy and I'll see you guys in the next video.